Good morning, Ronald. So, good morning, students. So, the previous classes can complete the 50% of the syllabus, that is digital modulation schemes and digital communication elements and the basics. So, from fourth chapter onwards, you have entered into another concept in the communication field. So, that is information theory and coding. Information theory and coding. So here information theory and coding deals about the reliability of the communication. Reliability of the communication. So the communication is how far it is reliable. How far it is reliable. The reliable means how far you are going to detect an errors and correct an errors. Detect an errors and correct an errors. So that is the another shade of the communication. So basically, if you want to transmit the data from transmitter to receiver, so the ability of the transmitted data should be transmitted with the power levels and with the bandwidth. The power and the bandwidth. These are the two important parameters to assess in the communications. So with the minimum bandwidth, you can transmit maximum information. So if the bandwidth is minimum, the power consumption is also the minimum. So, and also one more thing is the bandwidth is minimum, more number of subscribers are added to a system. The bandwidth is minimum, more number of subscribers are added to a system. If it is a communication system, it is. So the transmitter and receiver along with the channel has the system. You know, more number of subscribers added to a system, you made to provide room for them. So that's why minimize the bandwidth. Minimize the bandwidth. So there are two different bandwidth definitions are there. One is signal bandwidth, another one is channel bandwidth. Signal bandwidth and channel bandwidth. So channel is the path in order to accommodate the signal. Okay. So in the channel bandwidth and signal bandwidth, these are the two different approaches. The signal bandwidth is more or channel bandwidth is more. Signal bandwidths are different and channel bandwidth is different. So signal bandwidth is the more. If you take an example, there are 10 subscribers, each have its own frequency. If you want to accommodate those 10 subscribers in the channel with the with their frequency range, their frequency range. If suppose that means each subscriber have its own signal and its own signal bandwidth. Okay, so if the subscriber's signal bandwidth is increases, then in order to accommodate 10, there 8 or 5 only you have to accommodate because of those signal bandwidth is extended. The signal bandwidth is extended. Or if you want to extend the channel bandwidth, more number of subscribers are added. Channel bandwidth and signal bandwidth. So channel bandwidth is meant for more number of subscribers are accommodate. Signal bandwidth increases, so substeps are reduces. Is it done? Certainly. So that is an signal and channel bandwidth. Here you can go for one more parameter. Signal bandwidth and power are the important parameters, and one more important parameter of the communication is reliability. Reliability. Offer it is reliable. The signal error detection correction process is called as reliability. Error detection correction process may called as reliability. So now in this fourth, fifth, sixth units are deals about those reliability parameter only. Okay. Now here the information theory and coding is the concept. So now you enter into the fourth unit, unit 4. So let us see the contents in the fourth unit. Information theory, discrete messages, concept of amount of information and its properties, concept of amount of information and its properties, average information, entropy and its properties, information rate or rate of information or information rate, and another one is mutual information and its properties. So these are the contents in the fourth unit. Discrete messages, concept of information, concept of amount of information and its properties, average information, entropy and its properties, information rate, mutual information and its properties. So these 6 contents in the fourth unit only. Okay, you know the discrete messages. The messages are continuous messages are there. If suppose m of t is the signal, so m of t represents a time domain signal. The time domain signal should be the form of a continuous. Time domain signal in the form of continuous. So that m of t signal is converted to m of nts. What is nts? N is an integer value. Ts is a time or sampling time. So m of nt is converted to m of nts by using a sampling process. So time domain signal is converted to discrete domain signal. M of nts. N small n. Ts is sampling time. M of nts. M of t is converted to M of nts. That is, M of t is continuous signal. M of nts is discrete signal. So the discrete signal is given to a quantizer that is converted to a digital domain. So that is the concept. Now here can discuss about discrete messages. So preferably in this chapter it deals about symbols like alphabets in English, K, A, B, C, D, likewise. So the number of alphabets are there. So you can, in this concept, there are discrete messages. The message should be the discrete in the form. It's not a continuous. Discrete in the form. So like m of nt converted to m of nts, where n is an integer value, where n is 1, that is the first sample, n is 2, second sample, n is 3, third sample. Likewise, that is the discrete samples are generated. So in our curriculum, let us discuss about discrete messages as alphabets. Okay, now the third one, concept of amount of information and its properties. So amount of information is a very important concept in the information theory and coding. Amount of information. It involves measure of information. Measure of information. How can you measure the information? So the information is nothing but it conveys some message. It conveys some message. If suppose there is a English text or form a sentence, so it has some information. So what is the message is created? So by using a sentence, so the sentence involve alphabets. Okay, so the amount of information is the number of alphabets in the content in the sentence, and another dimension is the meaning contents for the sentence, the meaning contents. Okay, let an example. So there is an sunrises in the east is a sentence. Sunrise in the east is a sentence. In the sentence, is an event. The sentence is an event. Sunrise in the east is a sentence. It's an event. Okay. The event occurred based on the probability. So how it is that event is frequently occurred event or rare event. Sunrise in the east is the frequently occurred event. Every day sunrise in the east, no? So the sentence have the meaning. That meaning is frequently occurred event it is. Sunrise in the east is one of the event. That event occurred frequently. So that is the amount of information in that sentence is 0. Amount of information in the sentence is 0. So I understood that. So that means that depending upon the probability of event occurs. If the probability of event is in general, probability of event is in general, that measure of information is 0. The probability event is rare. That information measure is more. So let an example, one statement is there. There is a tornadoes occurred. So tornadoes occurs means it is a rare event in our environment. Tornadoes occurs. So that sentence have the more information. Sunrise in the east sentence have the less information, and the tornadoes occurs sentence have the more information. Or you got information, very less information, and tornadoes occur is the more information. What it means that probability of events occur is the meaning. If the probability of event is rare, the information measure is more. The tornadoes occur is a rare event, no? For that rare event, information measure is more. So that is probability of event occur is rare. So probability of occurrence is in general, that is sunrise in the east is the everyday event. No. So for that, information measure is low. That's why the concept of amount of information has the measure of information. So in general, the measure of information is the crux of information theory and coding. Crux means it is a fundamental theme. Crux means it is a main object. The main object of the information theory and coding is measure of information. Measure of information is the crux. CRUX. Crux of information theory and coding is measure of information. Measure of information is crux of information theory and coding. So that means measure of information depends on the probability of event occurs, not the meaning of the sentence. Not the meaning of the sentence. That sentence that occurs, if it is an event, the event occurred depends upon the probability. Depends upon the probability. And another one is average information. Average information. So the measure of information are independent. Independent. If suppose 3-4 events are there, 3-4 events are there. So then can averaging it out, that averaging of information. So the averaging of information nothing but the entropy. Averaging of information is nothing but the entropy. Averaging of information is nothing but the entropy. So now the next one is entropy and its properties. Entropy and its properties. Okay. So the averaging of information nothing but the entropy. So entropy is the averaging of information. So all the independent informations are average. Suppose there are 4 events. So events by 4. Number of events by 4 is the averaging of information. That is nothing but the entropy. That is nothing but the entropy. And another one is information rate or rate of information. So it denotes capital R, the information rate. That is capital R. So the information rate is it is nothing but the flow of information. Flow of information. Okay. So how the number of independent events occur, that is measure of information. Those are flow through a channel, the rate of information. Okay, the rate of information rate or rate of information is nothing but capital R. And another one is mutual information and its properties. So mutual information is averaging of the information rate. Averaging of the information rate is the mutual information. Okay, and let us see that and its properties also. Okay, now if you think on the communication in another dimension, it is probability of event occurs and measure of information. So the probability of event occur and measure of information. The probability of occur event is inversely proportional to the measure of information. Our measure of information is inversely proportional to the probability of event occurs. Okay. Now, students, please be note this statement. The statement is given by A.B. Carlson. A.B. Carlson, the scientist, designed the information theory and coding. Please be note down in your notes. It is a very important definition in the communication in the information theory and coding. Okay, please note down. If the rate of information from the source does not exceeds the capacity of communication channel, does not exceed the capacity of communication channel, then there exist a coding techniques. Then there exists a coding techniques such that the information can be transmitted, over the channel with an arbitrary small frequency of errors. With an arbitrary small frequency of errors, despite the presence of noise. Despite the presence of noise. So the entire theme of information theory and coding reflects in the definition only. Entire theme of information theory and coding reflects in this definition only. So once again read the definition. Please note down it. If the rate of information from the source does not exceeds the capacity of communication channel, then there exists a coding techniques such that the information can be transmitted over the channel with an arbitrary small frequency of errors despite the presence of noise. Okay. Uh, 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 Up to now, you discuss the event occurs or measure of information and probability of event occurs. Measure of information and probability of event occurs. The measure of information is the crux of the information theory and coding. And
జాను మన మార్చి పోతున్నా మేధ వద్దులేదు
if the rate of information, that is R, capital R, from the source does not exceed the capacity of communication channel. Capacity of communication channel is C. Capacity of communication channel is C. The rate of information is R. The rate of information from the source is R. Capacity of communication channel is C. So, if the rate of information does not exceed the capacity of communication channel, what it means? The rate of information is less than the rate of information is greater than capacity of communication channel. The rate of information is greater than capacity of communication channel. At that particular condition only, the coding techniques exist. When the coding techniques exist, the rate of information does not exceed the capacity of communication channel. Then there exists a coding techniques such that information can be transmitted over the communication channel. Okay. So if you transmit the information on the communication channel, there is a condition for the information rate and the channel capacity. The information rate does not exceed the capacity of communication channel, then coding techniques exist. Otherwise, coding technique does not exist. Is it not? If the condition is not obeyed, what that condition? The rate of information and channel capacity. The rate of information does not exceed the capacity of communication channel, does not exceed the capacity of communication channel, then there exists coding techniques. Otherwise, coding techniques is not existing. Coding techniques is not existing. So, what for the coding techniques? What for the coding techniques? Coding techniques meant for improve the reliability. Coding techniques meant for improve the reliability. So the reliability parameter depends on error detection and correction process. The reliability concept depends on error detection and correction process. So more the error detection and the correction process, so more the improvement in reliability concept. Okay. So now this definition is very important in communication. Okay, now go for another one. Let us see the measure of information. Measure of information. So students, mute yourselves. So roll number 95. So mute yourself. Roll number 95. Who is the 95? 495. So mute yourself. Okay. So now the measure of information is the important concept, or it is the main object of information theory and coding. So here, the measure of information is the outputs from an information, the outputs from an information source, the outputs from an information source such as data, speech, can be regarded as random process. Okay, what the information emitted from the source, whether it is the data, whether it is the speech, can be regarded as random process. If it is a random process, the information theory defines as its self-information. The information theory defines as its self-information. The self-information of an event. Xi is an event. Xi is an event with the probability of P of Xi. If Xi is an event with the probability of P of Xi. P of Xi is the probability of event Xi as P of I of I. I of I stands for the self-information. I of I stands for the self-information. That is equal to minus log base 2 Pi. Self-information is equal to minus log base 2 Pi. What is the Pi? Pi is the probability of event occurs, that is P of Xi. P of Xi. P of Xi is the probability of event occurs. What is the event? Xi is the event. I is an integer value, no? Xi is an event with the probability P of Xi, or it is Pi, can define the self-information is equal to I of I. I of I is equal to minus log base 2 P of I. Minus log base 2 P of I. That is equal to log base 2 1 by P of I. You know, can write minus log P of I can be written as log 1 by P of I. You know, likewise you can write it. So what is the base 2 of the logarithm? Logarithm base 2 is nothing but the binary data. It should be two possibilities, 0 or 1. That's why logarithmic base 2 is considered here. So nothing but I of I is self-information or measure of information. Self-information or measure of information is equal to logarithmic of 1 by P of I. I of I is equal to logarithmic of 1 by P of I. So now can relate the I of I and P of I from this definition. I of I is self-information. P of I is the probability of event occurs of X of I. These two are inversely proportional in the logarithm. Inversely proportional to the logarithmic. Okay. So now I of I or measure of information inversely proportional to P of I. If the P of I is maximum, I of I is minimum. If the P of I is the minimum, I of I is maximum. So the probability of event occurs with P of I is the maximum. The measure of information I of I is the minimum. So likewise, the inversely proportional with the logarithmic. Inversely proportional with the logarithm. So let us see the properties of self-information. What is the self-information? So I of I is the self-information. What is that? That is equal logarithmic of 1 by P of I. So always logarithmic base 2 only. So I of I is equal logarithmic of 1 by P of I is the measure of information or the self-information. So the units of I of I is equal bits. Okay, bits. Now let us go for properties of self-information. Okay, here the measure of information is large or small. The measure of information, this is I of I is the measure of information. I of I is the measure of information. So I of I is, this measure of information is large or small for an event of lower and higher probability, a message, let an example, here one example is considered. Please see that example, that there was or will be an earthquakes in the area where earthquakes is very rare, has a value of big news. Is it not? If the area earthquakes are very rare, the earthquakes occur, it's a value of big news. It's a value of big news. And therefore can be believed to have a lot of information. That means the event is very rare. It has the big news. Earthquakes occur is the event that occur is the very rare. No? So that is the big news. Where the area earthquakes are occurred frequently, the news is very little. How can you define? In our India, earthquakes are occurred is a rare event. No, if the earthquakes occur, it's a big news. In Japan, that's an example. So there, the earthquakes are occur in the frequently there. For them, the information is very little. The information is very little. So what is the basic theme in this? Probability of event occurs is very rare, then the information measure is very high. That is the big news. The probability of occurrence is very small, then very high. Okay. So now go for the properties of self-information. Please note on the properties of self-information. What is the self-information? I of I is the self-information. What is that? I of I is equal log 1 by P of I. Please students, please be remember the formula. I of I is equal log 1 by P of I. I of I is equal log 1 by P of I. Okay. Now the properties of self-information. Properties of self-information. See that first property. The first property. The self-information is a non-negative quantity. It's a negative because and second one is greater I of I greater than or equal to 0 for P of I in between 0 and 1. P of I in between 0 and 1. Is it not? I of I greater than or equal to 0, P of I less than or equal to 0 means. So what is the 0 and 1? Probability of event occur 0 means probability of occur is equal to 1 means probability of event of 1 is very high. Probability of occurring 0 is very low. Okay. Probability of occurrence is very high. The measure of information is very, very low. Probability of occurrence is very low. Measure of information is very high. That is the meaning. And third property. I of I tends to 0 for P of I tends to 1. If the P of I tends to 1, that is probability of event decrease 1. That is so as usual event means. Then the I of I is equal tends to 0. Probability of event occurs tends to 1. I of I tends to 0. And fourth one is I of I greater than I of j. I of I greater than I of j. For P of I less than P of j. such that I and j are the two independent events. Such that I and j are the two independent events. I is an integer value, j is an integer value. So both are independent events. I of I greater than or equal to I of j for P of I less than or equal to P of j. Okay. And fourth property is joint probability. Joint probability. If xi and xj are two successive and independent events. Joint probability means if xi and xj are two successive and independent events, then the probabilities P of xi and xj, P of xi comma xj is equal to P of I, P of j. Is it not? And the self-information I of ij is equal log 1 by P of ij. I of ij is equal log 1 by P of ij. You can rewrite log 1 by P of ij log 1 by P of I plus log 1 by P of j. Is it not? I of I is joint probability. How it is joint probability? If xi and xj are two successive and independent events, then the probabilities of the two successive independent events P of xi comma yj, P of xi comma xj is equal P of I, P of j. These are P of I is one of the independent probability, P of j is another independent probability. Then the self-information is I of ij, I is xi, j means xj. These are two independent now. I of ij is equal log 1 by P of I, P of j. So log 1 by P of I, P of j, that is equal to log 1 by P of I plus log 1 by P of j. Okay. So this is multiplication now. So multiplication is the logarithmic addition. Is it not? So log, sorry, it is you can rewrite like this. So log 1 by P of I, P of j is equal log 1 by P of I plus log 1 by P of j. Okay. So now you can I of ij is the mutual joint probability. I of ij joint probability is I of ij is equal I of I plus I of j. So it is the properties of self-information. Properties of self-information. Okay. So students, so this is an information theory and coding concept introduction part. So once again, the contents in the fourth unit is discrete messages, concept of amount of information, and this average is okay. So it is the definition of the overall information theory and coding reflects in the definition. If the rate of information from the source does not exceed the capacity of communication channel, then there exists a coding techniques such that the information can be transmitted over the channel with an arbitrary small frequency of errors despite the presence of noise. Okay. So, and here the measure of information is a self-information. Measure of information is self-information that depends on the probability of event occurs. So that is the self-information I of I is equal to log 1 by P of I, where logarithmic base 2 only. So where P of I is the probability of event occurs for X of I. X of I is the event. P of I is the probability of events for X of I. Now the self-information or the measure of information is equal log 1 by P of I. Log 1 by P of I. So now the self-information is equal to inversely proportional to the probability of event occurs. So the self-information probability of event occurs is the maximum. Self-information or measure of information minimum. Okay, likewise, that is the definition. Self-information is the units of bits only. Now, this you can take one example. The probability of event occurs is the earthquakes. Earthquakes occur in the very rare event. That's why it's a big news. That is the measure of information is high. The probability of occurrence is very less, very in general concept. So in the area of Japan and all other countries. So now for them the information measure is very low, very low. So that is the basically information measure depends on the probability of event occurs. Okay. So now for the properties of self-information. I of I is self-information, that is called log 1 by P of I. That is properties of self-information is a non-negative quantity, the first property, and I of I greater than 0 for P of I less than 0. That means 0 less than P of I and less than 1. Okay. I of I tends to 0 for P of I tends to 1. I of I greater than I of j for P of I less than P of j. So, and the joint probability. If xi and xj are the two successive and independent events, then the probability is P of xi, xj is equal P of I, P of j, and the self-information equal log 1 by P of I, P of j. That is equal log 1 by P of I plus log 1 by P of j. So that is I of ij is the joint probability of self-information is equal to okay. It's important in an examination point of view also. Okay. The next class go for one more concept in the fourth unit. Thank you for listening. Students go through the textbook once. The textbook is A.B. Carlson. So please go through the textbook or myself provide some material for this unit. So please prepare your own notes and with reference of textbook. Thank you, one and all.